Headline off of CBSNews.com. Virginia City Councilman set on fire in attack over personal matter, police say. Shalom, Kohaloyam Wahawad La Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, along with the bishops, Wazaquanium, who rule and teach the church. And salutations to the house of David by Shadoadah the elect. Yeah, man. Hey, this is these are them perilous times that the Apostle Paul spoke of. Let me get that scripture. Perilous times, man. And perilous, meaning dangerous and hazardous, but beautiful, to those of us who are in the faith, man, to those of us who have been called to preach this gospel, man. Starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. Beautiful times, man. Watching prophecy play out. 2 Timothy chapter 2, Salakia. 2 Timothy chapter 3, slip of the tongue. And verse 1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right? And we're here. And I've been saying for years through the Spirit. For years, man. Like when I first came in, and of course other men of the Lord and obviously the apostles and the elders and bishops, they've been speaking about it too. But for years I've been commenting on how, and here in Babylon, man, hey, you politicians are going to be in some trouble, man. Y'all got bullseyes on y'all's backs, man. Politicians, anybody, involved in the judicial system in Babylon the Great, lawyers, prosecutors, DAs, judges, right? And, these maniacs, man, these lunatics are coming after you, man. Which really is the Most High, Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashai, coming after your ass, man. And the scriptures talks about, the spirits that were created for vengeance, man. The guy who did this could be just that. He could be a spirit that the Lord created to carry out vengeance. Hold on. Let's get that scripture. It's in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 39 and verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right? So that's how the wrath of the Lord is appeased, man. That's how the wrath of Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashai is appeased. All right, he created certain spirits to go out and fuck shit up, man. But let's get into this. This is going to continue to happen, man. And more and more you're going to see articles like this, man. All right. Again, anyone, any kind of politician, and it don't matter. It's a city councilman, local mayors, local sheriffs. I mean, all those people are in a lot of trouble, man. And a lot of Jake hold those offices. A lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians who are the Lord's chosen people hold those offices and have those positions in Babylon the Great. Lord ain't playing with y'all, man. Lord ain't playing at all. All right? So let's get into this. Lee Vogler, a city council member in Danville, Virginia, was set on fire by a man who entered the office of a local magazine where Vogler worked, police said Wednesday. And Salakia, today is Wednesday, July the 30th, 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance and of Esau's destruction and judgment. All right, so this went down today. It says, investigators believe the attack stemmed from a personal matter and was unrelated to his politics or work as a councilman, authorities said. Police said the suspect entered Vogler's office where he works at a local magazine, confronted him, and doused him in flammable liquid. And before I forget, this is also going to start happening to a lot of you pastors, man. All right? And a lot of you Israelite false teachers and false shepherds. Okay? Your congregations are going to start coming after you all's asses, man. Straight up. All right? We in a time of serious judgments, man, being executed throughout this earth. The Lord, this is the time. This is that reckoning, man, spoken of by the prophet Ezra, man. The second Ezra, the 9th chapter. The Lord is, this is a part of his visitation, man, on all this wickedness, you know. So like, let me get back to this. It says both men then left the building and the 29-year-old suspect set Vogler on fire, police said. He got his ass set on fire, man. And you know this guy's wicked as fuck. Look at this guy. Evil. All right, that's the face of evil, man. All right. It says the attack took place at the office of Showcase Magazine, a monthly publication on Southwest Virginia and North Carolina. Magazine owner and publisher Andrew Brooks said. In a video posted to the magazine's Facebook page, Brooks said Vogler was awake and talking, and that he was on the way to a burn center in Lynchburg, a city about 70 miles from Danville. Vogler, 38, became the youngest person ever elected to Danville City Council at the age of 24, according to the city's website. Now, this particular article doesn't get into it, but give me just a second, because I was reading another one, Salakia, that goes into this phenomenon of these, politicians, being attacked in recent years. Salakia, let me find it. All right, Yapa, I found it. All right, now this is, I'm just going to read this. You can go and look it up, but this is off of NBCnews.com. All right, and it goes into what I was just talking about. It says, however, attacks on local and national politicians have become more common in the United States in recent years. In 2020, we all know what happened in 2020, right? The C to the VID, right? The icky, right? In 2020, 14 men were arrested in connection with the domestic tea plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and overthrow the state's government. Last year, DJT survived 2 assassination attempts while campaigning for president. In April, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's home was firebombed by a man who disagreed with the governor's views on the war in Gaza. And last month, former Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband were assassinated in what authorities described as a politically motivated attack. Right? So, yeah, people are pissed off, man. The scripture speaks to this all through the scriptures, man. But let's go to 2nd Ezra. You know where I'm going, man. We know the scriptures. All right? Got to bring them out for edification purposes. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16, getting right to the point. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. Right, attacking politicians, firebombing the homes of politicians, setting them on fire. Okay? Taking them out, man. Right? And this is all the will of the Lord. You see, that's what you Christians don't get, man. This is the will of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. It was his will that this happened today, man. Nothing happens. The scripture says, I kill and I make alive. That's Yahweh himself speaking, man. Okay? So it's the Lord ultimately doing this, man. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? And as this continues, to happen, as we get further along into Jacob's trouble, being in the beginning of SARS right now, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is going to have an excuse, right, to bring down that great wrath and declare martial law. Martial law is going to be declared in this country, man. Right? It's going to happen. You got a little sniff of it, a little taste, if you will, right? With the whole COVID thing in 2020, right? But the next time they lock shit down, it ain't gonna be so nice. It ain't gonna be so pretty. But I just wanted to bring this out through the spirit. These are some beautiful times, man. And we ought to be praising the Lord, that he's opened up our understanding, man, that we get to witness this, that we know, right? That we know that we know what time it is, man. Literally. All right. Slaki, let me get a scripture. He could have left us out in the cold, man, and not opened up our eyes spiritually, and not opened up our ears spiritually. All right. But he called us into this marvelous light, man, and he gave us the understanding, and he revealed his secrets to us, man. All right. Again, beginning with the elder apostle, great millstone on down. This is the book of Mark, chapter 4, and verse 11. And he said unto them, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. But unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables. Right? So the Lord didn't reveal these secrets, all right, these mysteries to even 2/3 of his own people, man. All right? Much less Esau and the heathen nations. He only opened up the eyes of his servants, the prophets, man, and he gave the rest of the remnant, the men, women, and children, the gift of faith to believe the things we're saying through the Spirit. You know, we rejoicing, man. When we read about these things, man, it excites us through the Spirit, right? This is the Most High's judgment, man. Again, this is his visitation, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Yapal, I don't want to was edified, but I don't want to say shalom.